brother.
It's funny when we took Canelo and this.
Ever since, well, the trip was interesting in it. Us in LA, the optics are opticking, and the boxing media or boxing in general, I want to say they feel different about us. In our first year, when we was here, we was told we won't make it past the year. We was told a lot of mad things. We was told a lot of mad things. Let's be honest. There was a timeline on when we're gonna be gone.
We've heard some diabolical things. We've heard people telling us.
Hold on. I hope there's no crying in my house. Talk to the people for a second. I need to make sure the kids are okay.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, now when we got into this game, at one point we were told, we were told, yo, by next year, these guys won't be around. We were told, oh, you lot, why'd you talk like this? Why'd you talk like that? No one can understand you. And we just stuck to our guns in this space in terms of how we were going to operate, how we were going to do things. And, we've signed a lot of personal contracts between ourselves to be like, listen, this is our energy. And however this thing goes, this is how it's going to go. Yeah, we're going to say how we feel, whether we're sitting with a fighter or we're talking on the pod, and whatever comes. And that's the energy that we've been rocking with. And, we credit the support of you guys for allowing us to get to a place like the places that you see us at, but also just backing us in those times where it does get sticky and you get people that start to say, that we're ignorant or we're this and we're that. And that's the energy that we're on. So now that we're starting to kind of climb and get into other spaces, we're starting to see how the industry really does feel about us and how the industry responds to us. So we had a situation in LA. And Ben Shalom comes over to us.
Good. I'm glad you're talking about how the industry feel about us, And
absolutely, I brought everybody up to speed in terms of like our personal contracts with each other, and how we're going to deal with this. And the Great Defeat is backing us to allow us to keep going on this wave.
Absolutely. Now, so we're at Ben Shalom. Ben Shalom comes over, and he's on it. Do you know what I mean? Rightfully, and he says, "We don't understand boxing," and that's been the theme. That's been the theme of a lot of these people, bro.
No business. We don't understand the business.
And guess what? You know what? After the conversation I had today, I will say fairly accurate. It is. I'll say it's fairly accurate. I'll say that is, brother.
Bring me up.
So now, I've spoken to like someone on the side of Junior, and he called me. Goes, you lot don't understand. I said, here we go again. I'm sick of you lot telling me I don't understand. Let me tell you what I'm understanding. Your guy has turned down Canelo. Your guy has also turned down a title shot. Your guy just looks like he's turning stuff down. Hamza's not on the thingy. What the hell is going on? As far as I'm concerned, is turn downs. It's just turn downs, and you're not in position. He goes, well, I need to enlighten you on some of the business. If I want to fight everyone, and when these fighters call me, they say, I want 5 million, 6 million. I want big money. If any of these guys that want to fight me, Yannick Beck, whoever want to fight me, they ask for the peas. So then, how should I act when Canelo says, hey, I'll fight you, and he says he's going to give me less than Belanga? I'm a 6 million fighter to everyone else. Why should I get less? Why am I asking for less than 6 million? That's people's starting thing with me. And then, so what are we going to do? How much of the purse am I getting? Am I getting the UK paper? Like, what? Are we sharing this pay-per-view? Like, what am I getting? The US buys, are we sharing that? Like, what's going on? So then we're looking at it and saying, well, no, you're not sharing, actually. You're getting this. And then after, I got to break down the currency to pounds. Because, yes, you're giving it to me you're giving it to me.
It's ugly over there.
Now it becomes pounds. And you're saying then you might say the UK buyers, but who's staying awake? Who's going to be awake till 4, 5 in the morning for this fight? I said, well, I pushed back and said, it's Canelo versus Eubank. One press conference, we'll all be awake. He goes, yeah, but remember them fights before that one? There could be some fights that you just don't want to watch. You know when you get tired, when the eyes get heavy. You know the eyes are heavy, bro. I said, yeah, that's a fair point. but it looks ugly. He goes, well, money, it's about money, bro. It's about money. End of the day, we need to get paid, and we're not getting paid like this. I'm a numbers guy. We do numbers. We need RPs, bro. Don't tell me. And if Canelo's allowed to be on radio saying, pay me, I want 150, what do you call it? Why are you telling me to take less? Someone even asked me the question. It goes, well, I said, sometimes you take the short. Like, if you're going to bring me, this is when I knew I was in trouble with this conversation. He goes, I said, well, I take the short. If you told me, let's say you told me you're going to book me for a big show in Dubai, bare people are going to be there. Yeah. I'll probably take the short. He goes, all right, cool, same show, but I'm giving you 2 bags, but Travis is getting 10. Are you comfortable with that?
You know?
I said, hey. I said, yo. I said, yo.
All of a sudden, that trip was ugly to you. 5 times. What? You couldn't put 2.
Because we're gonna have a conversation. It's gonna come out. You're gonna say to me, bro, man's getting paid still. Raw, man, are you cool with the fee? And then you're gonna be like, yeah, of course, man. I'm getting 10. 10. They said 2 to me, bro.
They just got crazy.
They can't say that. So just imagine, if you're looking at the state of play of how things go, I need to get more. Now, I hear that, but what is a Canelo? So in your head, how much is Eubank versus Canelo in your mind? How much should Eubank should be walking away with?
It's a tricky one to say, because how much does that fight make? We need to let's choose a number of what that fight does make. Yeah. Let's say that fight brings in
Canelo's taking away 30. Canelo's walking away 30 million, 30 to 40.
Okay. But let's look about what that fight is making.
Yeah.
Right. So let's say you guarantee the man's purses. Eubank ain't gonna get no percentage, right? So I really don't know how to break this down, if I'm being honest.
I don't think he should, like, Eubank getting more than 10 million. Let's be honest. Like, let's think of he's not a champion. Yeah.
What pay-per-view records does Eubank have? I don't think he has any. He has big fights that have happened.
He does the thingy. Didn't he do 2 buys on Boxer? Remember, no one really gets paid. On Sky, he does pay-per-views on Sky Sports.
It weren't pay-per-view. It was eyeballs because of the subscribe. It wasn't a pay-per-view fight with Liam Smith and those guys. So these are numbers that they're not the same numbers. That's like someone's comparing YouTube views to pay-per-view numbers. You'd be like,
they didn't pay for this.
It's not the same. You can't talk to me like it's the same. So in that essence, right, that's the pushback where I can say, I could understand why you push back a little bit on his requests, because I need to see a pay-per-view. Yeah, I need to see a pay-per-view track line. Because if you're because even Chisora's pay-per-views, they're not, it's not a pay-per-view thing that does to Chisora's numbers.
Chisora's numbers.
Yeah, it's very much eyeballs and we like him and da-da-da-da-da. But it's not a pay-per-view at this point in the game. So it's like, without the pay-per-view story, it does change how you are in those conversations.
And this is the problem. And this is the pushback that I had. I goes, well, I don't even understand you lot's plan, because who are you fighting then? You know, like, I was like, who makes Canelo feel you're worthy of your money? Yeah. How's Canelo gonna think you're a worthy opponent? What is it gonna be? Yeah. Is it Conor Ben? Does Conor Ben, if Canelo and Conor Ben fight, does that make you feel, what would that make you feel? Does that make you feel like, yeah, he's the
Canelo and Conor Ben?
Not Canelo, sorry. Eubank and Conor Ben. Would I say to him that you're the pay-per-view man, you're the man I need to fight? If you're Canelo, you're sitting somewhere in Mexico.
After those numbers, I guess you'd probably... Listen, we're talking about Canelo today, who's cherry-picking like a mad guy. So the minute that fight does mad numbers and Eubank goes in there, let's say he comes out victorious and he's looking good and ferocious, yeah, that fight could get made.
How much? Now, remember, I've offered you less than... I've offered you, man, less than Belanga.
Well, now that he...
man.
Well, now he has a...
So where are we getting to?
But he has a track line to be able to say, hey, listen, I do numbers, my guy.
Yeah. Is that enough? I don't think, but then I think it's flawed, because in the same thing, if you're looking for Conor, I don't know when Conor's going to be outside. Conor's not fighting Until we hear from the board who look like they don't want, they're punishing him to a level we've never seen before.
Bro, they've got him in on remand. They've got him on boxing border control remand. He can't fight. We'll let you know when you go to trial. But until then, speak soon.
This is crazy. So if yours a business plan, that's my thing. And this is the pusher. I said, if yours a business plan, waiting for Connor, that plan is flawed. If the other plan, because there's another one where I will believe is take my money. If the other plan, just imagine other plan is Billy Joe Saunders. I'll pay you now for that fight. But guess what? Is Billy Joe Saunders coming out? Is he outside?
Even still, that money is not going to be a madness.
The rivalry,
yeah. Is it going to be a pay-per-view?
Has to be.
Or is it going to be a big night on Boxer?
Pay-per-view.
I think you might be mistaken there still. Billy Joe Saunders today. How long has he been out the ring?
What about their rivalry, bro? How many presses do you need? Them man hate each other, bro. Like, there's real hatred. There's enough. I could build Billy Joe Saunders versus Eubank Jr.
I'm just saying they'd have to really get it right for it to be a pay-per-view.
Bro, please believe that's a pay-per-view. I want you to know that. Yeah, I think you're forgetting how
I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. I'm gonna have to take your word for it.
They're pressing, they announced Billy Joe Saunders versus you don't think the tickets are getting straight away? There needs to be something happens between them, for sure.
Yeah, it needs to be a push-up. There needs to be. We've never seen Eubank Jr. in a tear-up in a press conference. That would be the one to do it. Have Eubank Jr. going absolutely bananas in the presser, and now then maybe
Billy Joe would do. Everyone will do their part. There's so many clips of these two betting on each other, like laughing at each other's demise. Like literally, there's real needle, bro. You know how he felt about this is a good enough. This is a domestically. Yeah, it will capture the hearts. It would.
I hear you.
But now, have we got Canelo's attention so much to get 10 million? Because a little part of me feels this is what they're banking on. But then these two to bank on Billy Joe and Connor, people seen how I gamble with Man United. It's foolishness. I wouldn't. That's like me saying we're gonna win the title next season.
That's crazy. When you're not Arsenal.
I just thought just a moment of silence for all foolishness.
How you feel about that?
A moment of silence for foolishness, bro. There's a moment of silence for foolishness.
Making sure he's still good.
Again, is he wrong? Wait, do you think that he's taking the right attitude though? Do you think he needs to start because I still push back and say legacy.
He needs a win, man. Eubank Jr.'s career at this point, I look at it and I think to myself, I hope you man are right about what you're doing. Because you know what it's starting to potentially feel like, and I hate to say this because I'm a Eubank Jr. fan, fam. I'm a man. I've been rooting for him, and I hope to see this guy's career ending with a championship, like a legit one, right?
Yeah.
But I'm looking at it now and I'm thinking to myself, are you trying to cover up for some type of, when someone knows that this ain't the product in it? Nah, at this point, we're just trying to get it to a certain place so we can cash out in the correct way, right? Kind of like how I would say Wilder's career was managed. It's not the product in it. If we can just navigate around the big team just to get to the money, then we're good. If it's that, then do what you guys got to do. But I would like to see a man roll the dice and go in there, give me vintage Eubank, not the behind the jab.
But this is because we're looking at it and
combine the two versions of Eubank.
Fans, right? Is this us looking at fans? But because if I can get money for taking less pain and less damage, I can get paid more. Why would I
hear you? But look what happened to Kell Brook, right? When he fought Triple G, his stocks went. He went in there, valiant effort, backed up Triple G a couple times, really connected, got hurt, got stopped, cool. But in the fight, there was moments where I said, bloody hell, he's beating him up. He's going for it. Now, we know what happened to Kell Brook, so maybe it's a bad example. Maybe the fighter hears this story and goes, look what happened to Kell Brook immediately. Now, I'm just looking at it and I'm like, I hear that. But what I'm thinking is, Eubank Jr. at one point had my belief as a fan. And maybe I haven't let go of it yet. Or maybe he's let go of it to the point where now we're doing the micromanaging. But I looked at the Janibek offer and thought, bro, go over there and grab that belt, fam. Like, not Denzel Bentley went in there, put in a great effort and could have won the thing if he was to just stick it on him a bit earlier. And I'm like, well, Eubank Jr. and Denzel Bentley, are they levels apart? If so, it's you know what I'm saying. So I'm looking at it, I'm thinking to myself, bro, go and get the belt. Go and do the things that's gonna make your career just have that bit of polish afterwards. Whereas I think right now there's a lot of sitting down, there's a lot of
there's a lot of unnecessary waiting. I think now what he has to do is he has to, after whatever fight he's got coming, because you know they said they're going to put him out. I think you listen to Ben Shalom saying he's coming outside, he's going to be at a big fight. Yeah. So if he is when he is fighting, he has to go for a title. He has to go. But I know he's offered. The funny thing is he's offered now Janibek and them, man. He's offered these man, but they asked him for dumb money. Yeah, he's offered them, and they asked him for mad peas. He's offered Lara as well. He's offered him. He's offered the guys with the titles, and they're asking for dumb peas, the kind of peas that he was, well, more than he was going to get for Canelo. So he's like, if they can ask that for me, then what's going on then? Who am I in this thing?
I hear it. Fine.
Oh, it's interesting. You lot in the comment section, let us know if these lot are playing, is Team Eubank playing it correctly? That's the question. Are they playing it correctly in terms of maybe waiting for Conor? Is that fight still what we think it is? Should I even be stupid enough to think about Billy Joe to reignite his pay-per-view powers? Like, am I moving mad and having that thought as well? Let us know, man. But I hope he's managing his career correctly because I want him to win. I do want to see him win. I want to see him in a McLaren wearing his belt.
Come on, bro. Let's talk about that, fam. You know what I mean? Outside Nike Town.
The misinformed.
No, sorry, him being outside Nike Town declining pictures is hilarious to me, bro. Declining pictures.
You
don't want to take no pictures with no one. Just standing there, absolute, just staring at cameras, bro. Everybody's getting their pick like it's a Madden 2 Swords thing, just standing near it. He doesn't even look at your picture.
Hey, why'd you say Madden 2 Swords though? Because that's where he's going to study in that waxwork, bro.
Smolder, just mad strong, looking at his own friend take pictures. Bro, sorry, but the circus that Eubank Jr. would generate is just too fantastic, bro. The guy will be all over Good Morning. Every day this guy should be on there. What's new, Junior? Just having my breakfast. Nothing to report. Just taking up time.
I have 50% of my breakfast.
50% of my breakfast. Oh, mate.
Collars for days. Collars on top of collars, bro.
Give him a vest with a collar, and the game is complete.
What does it even look like?
Oh, man.
Anyway, that's me.